Who's going to join my live today? Only the cool kids are allowed in my lives. Do do do. Hopefully I don't burn something down with all these candles. No big deal. The roof is on fire. Thank you, Glam Luna Brazil. What's up, everybody? What's up, Steph Baby and how do you say your name? I don't know how to say it. Hajar? Horrible with names. What's up, everybody? What's going on? So we have one Sagittarius. What's everybody else's signs? Hello, Scorpio, blessed tarot. So what's up, Ginger? Libra, Sag, Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus, Aqua. You know what I've noticed is that like earth signs and Sagittarius and Aries and Taurus, because they're our opposite, and some Aquarius, that's why we all kind of get along, because we know we can understand how each other think. We might not get along, however, because I've noticed like there's a real fine line for an Aquarius and an Aries and a Taurus. Like we could be like, we could really like each other or we're going to hate each other, but we do understand how everybody thinks. Libra and a Cancer. I don't know much about that connection, but I think that maybe. Because we're quick, you know, we're quick. And then I think air signs are too, you know, because that's all y'all do is think. Earth signs too. Scorp, Sag, Aries, one hell of a mix. I know, and it was once said before that Scorpio really shouldn't even be a water sign, because we're like the fieriest one. We're like, we should be a fire sign almost. And I have Sagittarius in my chart too. So it's like, I don't know, we're not just water. We're too feisty to just be water. But there has to be one crazy one in the bunch, so I guess that's us. One of the most misunderstood signs of the zodiac on my soul. Can you put the wrapper down, please? Put it in the garbage. It's gone. Yeah, see, and because I think, I don't know if it's just because Sagittarius comes right after Scorpio, you know. But here's my story. So I'm on Amazon and I'm like, I want a new deck of cards. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, the ones I looked at, they said that they were these miniature cards. I get them in the mail and the box is this little and the cards are this little. So let me just show you what we're dealing with. Since this is a regular tarot card, this is how little these are. And not only that, but there's naked bitches in all of these pictures. This is the most twisted tarot deck I've ever seen in my life. And it's all about, like, all these girls, you can see their nipples. Like, but you can, you know, it's like the rest of them's covered, but we got ass out, we got titties out. What is going on in this tarot deck? But I kind of like the pictures. At first I was like, I don't really know, you know, this could be on the border of some things that I don't want to see. But at the same time, it kind of comes down to, because the interpretation of the cards is a lot to do with, you know, your sign and kind of like what your weakness is. Because I've noticed like there's a lot of sexual energy in these cards. I mean, let me find the Two of Cups. And I mean, I kind of like it. At first I was like, well, damn. But then I was like, maybe I like it, you know? I don't know about the rest of these naked bitches. But whatever. It's nothing we haven't seen before. So I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time that I'm going to do a reading with these cards. These neat little tiny cards with there's naked people. Okay? And swords and a bunch of and some sexual things going on. Okay? So if you like your readings PG, this is probably, I don't know, on the border of something else. Right. I mean, I didn't really realize there would be naked bitches in this. But right, can I have the naked guy one? Because, you know, the guys in these pictures, they're not naked. And if they are, they're a demon. Do you think that Scorpios will eventually find their other half with their stinger? Scorpios, ascended Scorpios, I think so. But we got a long way to go. Because when we first start out, it starts as a snake, I believe. And then it goes up to a phoenix. And we have so many things that we have to deal with internally, along with other people's energy. And like, we really have to be ready for a relationship and willing, because if we're not, we're just gonna fucking argue and throw things and get mad. And you know, no, it's like really hard to, we're already hard to deal with. So when it comes down to it, we just have to be ready for it. And like, so far in my life I've tried, but I don't think that I was, because it didn't end well. I ended up being crazy a few times, and then I was just like, you know, it gets complicated. We just have to get to that point where if it's something you want, then you really do have to be mindful of yourself and as well as the other person, you know, because we're so like, we want this now, we're going to get this now. But, and then the poor people we're with, you know, they didn't know what they were doing. They weren't ready, you know, and a lot of people are just like, I gotta go. This bitch, you know, whatever. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. I really had to do a lot of work on myself, and I don't really know if I'm completely ready for a relationship because it's exhausting. But at the same time, it would be nice sometimes, you know, but I think if it's supposed to happen, it will. Whatever level you're on, when it's supposed to, you know. But there's so much karma going around. There's so many karmic lessons. There's so many things that we have to deal with right now. It's not really the time for anybody to be like, Scorpio and Virgo, I think, do work. I don't know if they really work. There's a lot of things we have to go through. Where is that card I'm trying to find? All I see is demons, swords, and a lot of sex in these cards, okay? And I wasn't really prepared. Well, the guys have their shirt off, I guess. Check out the Three of Cups. Alrighty then. Oh, here's the Two of Cups. Now tell me that isn't some other stuff that we weren't prepared for, as she has her hand shoved down his pants. And what does he have around his neck? Like, there's some kinky stuff going on, folks. But that's like, you can tell that's like, whoa, that connection. Like, okay, shit. Get it on. Now, if I can pick these little tiny cards up and shuffle them, that would be cool. Right. I was just trying to prepare you for what you're about to see in these cards. So, We're going to do how you feel about them, how they feel about you, and what you guys make together. If I can shuffle. So, why are you...
Really cute. Yes, I do that, Mom.
Don't lick that. So we'll do some love energy here. How you feel about them, how they feel about you, what you make together. I need to get the bigger cards of these apparently, but they're called the Royal Dark Tarot. And I've noticed that no matter what new deck I get, I see within a week I see another reader with one. I'm like, God damn it, let me have something to myself. So this is the Tower, so we'll start with Scorpio. If you look at it, it's like, I don't know if you can see, but it's basically, it's a family pretty much situation that's kind of falling apart. But the person's just sitting there like ready for it. Like this was something that she knew was coming. So Scorpio, how you feel about them? How they feel about you? What you make together? The bottom of the deck is the World card. So I think that it comes down to, you know, are you going to stay in a situation or are you going to do something new? And I honestly think that we're just sitting here, the High Priestess, we're kind of trusting our intuition, but at the same time we're not really taking any action. And it's like almost to the point where we're not going to be the ones making the first move, you know? So if we're in a cycle with somebody and it's not going anywhere, we're not going to be the one to try to fix it this time. So if this other person wants to fix it, they're going to need to figure their shit out, you know, because we've kind of been there and done that with so many things, and we're always the ones that take the initiative. So it's like, you want this, then let's do this, you know? So it's just like, we just don't really want to fight for stuff anymore. We've been like, we've been fighting for shit. We don't want to have to keep fighting for something. It's like, you either know or you don't. Like, what do you want to do about it? You know, because I feel like actions speak louder than words. So where are the actions? You know, how you feel about them is that you know that they should probably take a risk, and like you want them to actually branch out a little bit, kind of make the first move, try something new, step out of their comfort zone, and just be like, take a chance on something new, you know? And it's like, whether it's with a new person or it's a new situation, and it's like, I feel that this person has always been someone that you just never know how they feel. That's why we're not taking any action. We want to see how they feel. And honestly, it could be more than one person, because I see more than one energy in here. So it basically comes down to, we're going to try something new. So who's feeling froggy? Like, who's going to jump first, you know, because then we'll decide what we want to do, you know. How they feel about you is... I think that there's some things that we needed to balance out. I think that we are balancing stuff out. You know, the Temperance card is all about balance and harmony. They know that we're holding back. They know that we're trying to be balanced. And in order to do that, we have to kind of sit here and like, we've worked on ourselves. We've worked really hard to get to where we are. So it's like, they know that we're kind of holding back a little bit, but it's just like, what you guys make together is that somebody's just really unsure about how someone else feels, because It's like the Empress is here. It's a new beginning. It's expansion and growth. Things are changing. Things are abundant. We leveled up for some of us. You know, we're not sitting at a queen. We're above all queens, and we fucking know that. So it's like, let's throw some respect on our name for once. You know, one time for the one time. Can you fucking admit out loud instead of being stuck in your head for the rest of your life? Like changing the way that you think about it. You could be dealing with an air sign who has a lot of mental things going on in their head, and they haven't really said anything, so you're not really sure how you feel about them, because it's like you're not really sure if you lost something, or you know, if they think about you. Like, you really just aren't sure how this other person feels. It's like, we know who we are, we know what we want from you. What are you gonna do? You know, because you're not really saying anything out loud, you're just stuck in your head about it. And I think that you two together could be something very good if you get out of your head and realize that this situation is coming together in a new and better way. And one of you two needs to let go of the fact that things didn't come together the way that you thought they would. That maybe the emotions aren't here right now, and that you shouldn't be just focused on that one thing that you don't have right now, and just like roll with it a little bit, because it can be good if you let it, you know, instead of focusing on energy and being like stuck in your head about it. Like, change how you think about it. Understand, know, and speak that into existence, that this is going to be a good thing, and don't keep thinking it's going to be the same shit from the past where it's like someone just doesn't want to do this anymore. And yeah, we've had a lot of drama and fighting, but we don't want to do that anymore. Some of us don't want to fucking fight anymore with this earth sign who's probably getting it in and has gotten it in with a few different people, you know, a little too experienced, if you know what I'm saying. We don't want to fight for them anymore. We're tired of there being 15 other people involved. If he wants to be a hoe, let him be a hoe, basically, is where we're at right now, because we're going to find out where we want to go, you know, and some of us are just letting this ending happen. We know it's here. We're accepting it. Five of Swords in reverse. Someone's not walking away from this. Someone wants to have peace in this situation. Someone knows that they were on some bullshit. Someone got caught up, definitely. Just like fighting the fact that they don't want to admit it out loud. So they've been kind of in recluse stage. And I think that some of them had to learn on their own, in self-reflection. But now here we are, like, feeling like this is just going to be the past repeating itself again, where someone always leaves, you know, whether this is you or them. And that's why energy of, it's like, it's lost almost, because we know that it's like, we didn't really get what we wanted. We got in a situation where there was other bitches there. We got in a situation where we didn't get the Two of Cups that we wanted here. We got the Four. And you know, it's just like there's a guy standing in the background. You could have new energy coming, but part of you still sitting here wondering like how you're supposed to feel right now, because somebody's dealing with somebody who's just not fucking, she's been hurt, she's been lied to, she's been cheated on, and she's done. You know, she's ready to walk the fuck away and have a new beginning. Try something new. Move away from old energy. Like moving away from someone who can't make a decision back and forth, especially when it comes down to which bitch, how many bitches we're going to have at once. We're not dealing with it anymore. And that means cutting people out. And we don't really care how we say it or how it's communicated at this point. And I think that someone's afraid to have a conversation because what they're going to hear is going to be like, fuck you and the clique you claim. You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of this. Someone has spent a lot of time retreating. But at the same time, I feel like we healed them in a way. They just now recognize what we did for them. That we were always there for them to pick them up, no matter how evil or dark or whatever the fuck they did. We're the ones that were there when nobody else was. We gave like a really big part of us, you know, just for them to move on. Who else is going to sit here and hold on to that? I mean, for as ugly as they were, completely fucking demonic and evil, and they know they fucked up, and it's like, we were still there. This person is working on themselves, I think, the best way that they know how. This person is trying to release these inner, what would you call that? It looks like a werewolf, but I think that it's more about, there are some things, the spiritual things going on, and I think that they realized they needed to release some shit, man, because they had some pretty evil shit that they were hanging, and that's kind of what caused a lot of damage to them. Because for us, it's about stability now. We're not going to sit here and wait for somebody who's out here with everybody. You know, we need someone stable, and we're going to get there one way or the other. And if that means leaving people out for good, then that's, sorry, homie, you know? Cancer, how do you feel about them? How do they feel about you? What do you guys mix together? Well, you feel like they need to do something with all these fucking snakes they got going on. Like, what are you paying attention to? What are you going to put work into? Hello. Can we do this a different way, perhaps? Because I'm tired of all this. Like, it's just a whole lot of evil shit. And it's like, are they learning their lesson, or are they always going to be focused on like other things? I think that they've came into reality about something in their life. There's a lot of depression around you guys still, Cancer. There's a lot of be careful of your thoughts. Be careful of what you're letting disrupt your energy, because there's still a lot of evil shit around you guys. People lying, and it's like you feel like you're stuck, and this person always plays a victim. There's never any fucking closure. But it's causing you depression and stuff as well. And it's like a lot of negativity and sadness are around the situation, because check out your energy. This person just makes you sad. And it's like you don't know what to do anymore. You literally don't know what to do anymore, because you know that you've always loved them, but it's just like this darkness is, don't let it take control of you. And it's really trying to get into your head and stay in there. This depression is drawing in negative shit to you guys, and it's heavy and it's bad. You need to be aware of it. You need to get rid of it. You need to focus on something else, because whatever you are thinking in your head, you're manifesting. And this motherfucker's big. That is right behind you. You got to clear some energy. And some of you guys need to leave a situation without saying anything. Like, you need to go. And maybe when they're at work. Because I feel like this person that you keep letting into your life is like, they're always just immature and fucking codependent, and then they don't ever know what they're doing, you know? And you're just like, you tried to fucking tell them, but you can't keep saying the same shit anymore. All they do is stress you out. exhaustion. They keep coming back into your life saying they learned. And then it's the same thing that happens. It's the same karmic cycle. And it needs to be released because here we go. This is the Lucifer himself in reverse. Some of you guys are walking away from this. Some of you guys need to walk away from this. Leaving an abusive situation. Time to release. Stop trying to control a situation. So you guys can be happy again. Knowing that you can have whatever it is that you want. But I think that some of you guys' self-esteem is broken down to the point where you forgot who you are. How do you feel about them? How do they feel about you? And what do you make together? Ten of Swords in reverse. Somebody isn't really letting this go. There was an ending that someone doesn't want to accept. There could be new energy coming in after, like, if there's some kind of healing, you know, I feel like because this was so, it hit so deep. There could be a new energy, but you guys need to recover from some things first. You need to take the time to heal. You need to accept that there was an ending to this cycle, or let there be an ending to this cycle. Because how you feel about them is they won't fucking learn. They still haven't learned what the fuck they need to learn. They're still trying to do shit their own way. You can't tell them shit. You tried to tell them shit. You tried to pray for them. You tried to fucking get help for them, and they still don't want to do shit. It's like they just, nope. Someone who's always probably like, fuck the police, you know, type of motherfucker who's all mouthy as shit. Like, you can't tell him nothing. Probably never really had a legit job, because if you had a boss telling him what to do, you tell him to fuck off and get fired within 2 days. That type of attitude. He's going to do shit his own way because he's the boss. Still hasn't learned. How do they feel about you? They let you down. That you're depressed. You're disappointed. They don't even know where your emotions are anymore. Because you haven't recovered from a lot of things in your life, and it doesn't just have to do with them. I mean, they're not making it any better, but they know that they let you down. But they also know that this depression is pretty heavy in your life. Because you guys have had a lot of pain that you've, something with the family situation, and it could have been a long time ago, and it could be relevant to now, but there are some things in your past you need to let go of. You need to forgive people. You need to recover from that. Don't keep thinking the past is going to be the same, that this is going to be the same situation over and over, or that's what you're going to manifest into your life. There is things in your head, in your life, that you need to move away from. And you just don't want to fight anymore. There is healing here, but I just don't even know it. It's like there's something that you're just not letting yourself heal, because that would mean ripping off the Band-Aid and feeling it again. And you have to release it. So you don't want to do that again because of how much it hurts you.
What was it?
This is moving forward. This is your energy. This is you want justice. You want justice with someone who is only the situation where someone's only about themselves. You want things to be even. You want someone to feel how you feel. Since they don't seem to understand why you're depressed, feel how I feel then. I can't even tell you how many times I've said that, because no one understands how we feel shit. I wish people could feel this, and maybe they would stop doing it. And it's just like, if you don't understand why we're depressed, then come on. You want to take this on? Go ahead, motherfucker. You have no idea. We're tired of being attracted only about themselves. So now we're finding the strength to cut out the things that we know that you don't need. I mean, I feel like you guys aren't taking any prisoners this time around, you know? You're cutting out the things you need to, sticking up for yourself. taking back control of your life. Moving forward, I mean, I think that you guys are kind of fighting this energy where it was pretty much good versus evil. You know, you've been hit with a dark cloud for just evil has been following you for a long time, and now you're fighting back. Or maybe there's somebody in your life that's doing it for you, but the white horse is winning. That's all I know in this picture. And you're fighting for it. To take back control of your life. And for some of you, that's walking away from somebody. That means leaving out somebody that you can't do it anymore with them. You know, you've been hurt too much. And now all you know how to do is push people away because you don't want to fucking deal with it anymore. You're tired of it. Tired of people leaving. You're tired of fighting. You don't want to fight anymore. I think someone wants to open up to you. Someone wants to make things right with you. But you're still not really moving on. You're not moving forward. You need to move forward in some type of energy, whatever way you want to go, whatever way makes sense to you. And this is a breakup. This is the Lover's card in reverse. This is a breakup. This is the argument. This is regrets. Could be with the Gemini. But do you see what you were dealing with? Do you see why you have a lot of evil-ass energy in your life? Because it was probably a soul tied to a fucking demon or two. Happiness is here for you, Cancer, and you need to realize that a new start's here as well. Empress and Emperor. This is your other half. Happiness with the person to be with. And things moving in your favor. But you need to cut some shit out. You need to tell this person the truth about how you feel. And that's some help. They need to figure their shit out. And leave you out of it until they're ready to change. Until they're actually ready to fucking change something about their life. Because all you and let down. Because here's the devil. Chilling. And you don't want to do it anymore. Ugly motherfucker. Ooh, that card's creepy. Pisces. A relationship that you're turning down? You want a relationship, but it's stressing you out because a air sign hasn't told you how they feel. Or a Scorpio. Maybe you wanted a relationship with a Scorpio, but they don't even want to talk to you right now. Pisces, how do you feel about them? How do they feel about you? What you mix together? That's too many. The bottom is the King of Swords. Ice cold, perhaps? Who's ice cold, Pisces? You or them? Who's sitting in the dark being a creep? Not saying shit, but thinking about it late at night when everyone else is sleeping. About a situation where there could have been a baby that was lost. About a situation where there wasn't any, this person can't get pregnant. Someone who's really dependent on other people. You don't want to leave them because they lost a baby that was yours or something with a baby, or they can't give you a baby, but you feel like you need to stay with them even though you want to move forward. There's someone you need to apologize to, perhaps someone that you might have done or said something to and broke their heart. You're resisting a change, though. You're not letting a tower fall. Something to do with the family situation. But you don't want to fight with these people anymore about this. And, whoa. What is going on here? What in the holy? This is kind of, you're stuck. I'm sorry, this is a creepy ass, I'm just going to leave that card alone. So this is the Hangman, the Five of Swords with the Hangman. So you're stuck in a situation where it's constant fighting. Drama. Abusive ass relationships, and you're stuck in one. Do you know why? Because you need to see something. You need to pay attention to something that you're not paying attention to. You're not seeing something that you need. Maybe the person you're sleeping with is... The person you're sleeping with is not good. Holy fuck. Look at this picture. You see that thing? You are bound. So you trying to stay in this, Pisces, or what? What the fuck is that? Are we maybe a little bit too overly concerned about the wrong things in life, perhaps? Wow. How you feel about them is the Nine of Chalices in reverse. You feel... I'm sorry, my foot is going to sleep. You feel that there's a new start here, but you want them to forgive you. You need to forgive them. That's the only way that things are going to be able to move forward. How do they feel about you? That you're insecure. You're always discouraged. You're depressed. You are sexually... Because you're not even attracted to this person. That's probably why you can't get it up, right? I mean, if I would have woke up to that thing, I would have been like, what? I wouldn't be able to get it up either. That's fucking scary shit right there. Anyways, what you make together. A menage a trois, perhaps? Girl on girl action. I don't know what you make together other than there's a whole lot of people and a whole lot of gang shit going on here, okay? And it's sex. This is all about sex. That's what you make together. Congratulations. You don't even know that they only like... okay. Somebody... okay. One of you is gay, and the other one doesn't even... That's why you keep bringing another girl in on the nights out. You know what I'm saying? This other person doesn't even... Okay. Pisces, you might be dealing with somebody who's gay. I'm going to leave that alone. These twisted ass cards. Ooh, she'd like girls too. All right. It's a girl. There's some girl that's a lesbian, low-key. Maybe she's a liquid lesbian. She takes a bunch of drinks and she's like, I'm so gay. I don't know, but eventually you'll figure it out. I don't know. Sagittarius, so we'll do fire signs. So for the sign of Sagittarius, how do you feel about them? How do they feel about you? What you make together? Well, Sagittarius, what do we make together? Some babies? Shit. I would make a baby with him. I'm going to leave this alone. How do you feel about them? How they feel about you? What you make together? Oh, yeah, it's a whole lot of sex. Shoot, these cards are so... Ooh, Lord have mercy. The Devil just popped out. The Seven of Wands in reverse. If it's not coming together right now, you don't want him to come back in your life anyway. Someone's kind of working on things. Someone's trying to wait for their money. Someone needs to walk away from an abusive relationship that they're involved in. They need to let this cycle close. Isn't the World card pretty, even though she's a naked blonde chick? I think it's kind of pretty. I just have to focus not on the nipples. You know what I mean? Leave those nipples alone. So you guys can't move forward, basically, Sagittarius, because the person you're waiting for has not dealt with the shit that they have to deal with, and they're trying to, however, move forward and do different things with their life. But what they're dealing with right now is like they don't really know how to do this, and they're trying, but they're not. How you feel about them is like you don't see them moving forward. You don't see them doing shit. You don't see them fighting for you. You don't see them doing anything different that they haven't already done 7,000 times. You think that this wasn't fair. That someone lied to you, that there was someone who didn't take responsibility for their actions. It wasn't fair that they left you because you didn't do anything wrong. How they feel about you is that you were naive, you were taken advantage of. They didn't care about what they did because you always fell for whatever, whenever they would come into your life, you'd fall for this because that's what kind of power that they thought they had. And it's like, that's how fucked up their emotions are. They would always leave. What you make together is that there was some things that you guys needed to recover from. This was, you know, someone was trying to recover from an abusive situation. This was trying to like, you guys both need to regain control of your life a little bit more. I think that things happened really fast, and then it was just like, it left this level of confusion because you don't understand what it was because it was so intense. But it's like someone was fighting, you know, a battle that you didn't know about, basically. And I think kind of there's always this desire that they were just really immature, but it's just like they didn't know what they wanted to do with their life, and they always like ran to you when they were running from someone else, and just ended up being a shit show. And you guys need to end this cycle. Like, fuck it. This person never really made a decision. How about let's you make a decision to end this cycle, to make the decision to be happy for yourself with whoever that is. And it's like, you guys need to make that choice, because you see how the guy's standing back. He's not going to do it. He's not going to make it for you. He should probably, the coward bastard. But this is about deciding for yourself what's going to make you happy. What do you want to do? You need to take that sword out and cut this out, I think. But you're hesitating. Because you're waiting for this one to stand up and be a man and do something, but they're not. They're still page and knight energy. I don't even see a king here at all. And it's like, you want this to come back together. You're trying to have, like, some of you guys have had this inner clarity in all these moon and eclipse energies. You know what you need to do now. I don't think that you have your hand on your sword, so you're ready. You're pushing people away. You're pushing this person away. You're having the right boundaries with people, but you're ready. You are ready to go. You're not talking to them. I think that you are no longer going to keep yourself stuck in your head about the situation. You've had clarity. You want to have this conversation. For some of you guys, it could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus that is about to get hit. Like, he drew up his sword. You know, he's being defensive. But at the same time, he's the one who's always sleeping around, you know. Just saying. I think that it's going to come out in your favor with this, but you're going to need to figure out what it is that you want and to move forward. So find a way to communicate what it is that you want and what you want to do in the situation in a way that isn't just going to like cause this big ass, like have a calm conversation about what it is that you want to do. Because I think that, you know, and this person's like super non-confrontational. So it's like, you couldn't be like, well, fuck you, because then they're going to run. In order for you to get everything out that you need to say, everything out that you feel, you're going to have to tone it down like 5 notches or 20, because y'all are on one. Especially when it comes to words. You're not fucking playing no more, you know? You're not taking any bullshit from nobody, but you're coming off real hostile to the guys that are trying to come in like, whoa, what happened to Sagittarius? You know, you got to tame your beast a little bit, Sag, because you got a wolf coming out. You know, you trying to be peaceful and shit, but you cutting people's heads off. Yeah, you can be like, have the right boundaries with people, but y'all are cutting everybody out. You don't give a shit at this point. You're like, I'm not about to put up with nobody's shit. I'm not carrying nobody's burden. Y'all gonna have to carry that shit yourself. So, Sagittarius, Aries, how do you feel about them? How do they feel about you? What you made together? I think that you're trying to balance out yourself. You're trying to balance out your emotion. A part of you just wants to have like a peace of mind. You want to like not be so conflicted all the time, you know, and there's a lot of, I think you're coming out of this depression that you've been in, where you just went really discouraged with things in your life. You're getting out of your head. Thank God, Aries, because y'all were doing too much for a little while, but you're getting better with the way that you're thinking, and like you were stuck in a situation that you didn't want to be in, but at the same time, the reason why things were delayed is because they wanted you to see something. They wanted you to pay attention to something that you weren't. And they also, I think, wanted you to tame that beast, maybe, listen to your guides. It's not only spiritual, it's also like, you know, there's a whole lot of things that are going on that you need to understand, you know, like it wasn't just about you guys. It was about you're changing internally, and like that goes for everything. How you think, you're changing how you communicate, you're changing how you move, and it's been really fast. And I just think that you didn't really understand what was going on, and you're going to be you closed the cycle, you completed a goal in your life, so things can come out ahead, and you will be like. You guys just want to be stable. Maybe someone cares a little bit too much about stability. Maybe you feel like someone is in your life for the wrong reasons. I think that there is good things coming here. There is happiness. This is about like having you know something already, something that you know the truth about, and it could be with somebody in a situation that's, you know, you're starting a new journey in your life and there's a lot of growth and expansion. Like you already have the vision for your life. You already know what's going to happen. And you're just like wondering who you want to take with you. if you're with the right person, if you're doing the right things, and then here's your other half. So this person, you're with your person right now, I think, or you know who they are, and you want to tell them. Maybe you just figured out who your Empress is, Aries. Did you? You figured out who your other person is finally? Oh, shit. I think that some things have changed a little bit. With you changing some things in your life, you have met your match. But there's still energy of not necessarily being able to move forward with that yet, even though you know you're trying to, like, you're trying to learn how to do this. You're trying to begin something, like you're trying to change, and here we are still in this energy where you can't move this forward. Maybe there's some more changing that you need to do, because somebody's still, they don't know how they feel. Someone doesn't, their emotions are fucked over somebody, and that's a cycle that needs to end still. And I think that's why things are stalled, you know. I feel like you guys want to put time into something. You're kind of like waiting for stuff to happen. Like you're trying to have patience, but at the same time you're impatient as fuck, because you're just like, you have the vision for your life and you know what you want to do, and it's taking too fucking long because you're Aries and you want it now, you know, or yesterday. And it's just like, y'all can't calm the fuck down to save your life when you know what you want, because you're fire signs and you get what you want, don't you? So how you feel about them? They're not telling you something. You feel like they're lying about sleeping with someone, or they're lying to you about something. Maybe about how much experience they have when it comes down to someone or something. Maybe you're not telling them about something that you did. How they feel about you is that you're depressed. You are insecure. You're discouraged, and you're really arrogant. And you're not telling them the truth about why you don't want to work together with them anymore when you guys worked before, but you're not working now, and they feel like you're lying to them about why, your true reasoning behind what you're doing. And someone is lying. Someone isn't taking accountability for their actions. Something to do with a Libra perhaps, but there is someone that's lying in this situation. And you're also keeping yourself stuck in that energy. You're holding on to something that you don't want to be in because you're afraid of what would change if you were to move on from this. Even though there's a cycle that needs to end here for some of you guys. You don't want to fight with them anymore. They don't want to fight with you. You guys need to make a decision about which way that you want to move. But it's just like, you got caught in some shit. And this person isn't necessarily, you're not walking away, they're not walking away. But I think that you want there to be peace, but you don't know how to have this conversation, or maybe you will be. Brings you together as a Seven of Cups. Confusion, choices, commitment issues, maybe, perhaps. Not wanting to fight for this anymore. You just had too many things fall apart, and you just don't know where the boundaries are in this relationship. You don't know how to make the boundaries because it fucking happens so fast in this situation. Trying to make progress, but you're just like, there was never really like a stable ground. There's a lot of confusion and indecision constantly. And I think it's on both of your guys' parts, because there's that you're not letting something end. There was an ending. There's a lot of sex. That's kind of how you solve your problems, I think. Breakups, makeup. I just feel like someone isn't making a decision, and I think they're going to be opening up about kind of all of this stuff sometime in the near future. But there still needs to be a decision, and, you know, kind of talking a little bit about maybe your mental state, this person's mental state, why you are the way you are, why they are the way they are. Because some of you guys are in a marriage, or you guys are in a stable relationship, and things kind of moved into the love section, and there's some loss and regret here. You know, there could have been other people, but it's like someone wants to apologize for that. Someone was all over the place. They didn't know what they wanted in the past, and y'all need to have a conversation. Literally about a lot of shit, and be honest. So for Leo, how do you feel about them? How do they feel about you? And what do you make together? How you feel about them is that you know the truth, they make you happy, and how they feel about you is that you're keeping something from them, you're not really taking any action. Somebody got their heart broken and they're gonna apologize. They're not just like, do you want to fight for this or do you want to walk away? But either way, neither one of you guys are taking any action on it, and I think that there needs to be a change here. But someone's fighting it because someone's so focused on what they lost, or just not really paying attention to their feelings at all. Whew. I'm on the sign of Leo. I've done water and I'm doing fire, and then I'm going to have to come back and do the other elements. Is there any other questions? Queen of Wands in reverse. I think that in the past you had energy. If you didn't know what you wanted to do, you might have been all over the place, kind of flighty. Your energy's upside down. Your energy's upside down because you're keeping yourself stuck in a situation that was already ended, needed to end, did end. Something happened that just shit shattered. How do they feel about you? I think that they feel like they're stuck in something. You're stuck. They feel like you're kind of being selfish, that you aren't really like taking accountability for your part in this. You know, you need to learn something from this, but you're not. You're doing things how you want to do them. This is what you're doing, what you want to do, you know, and you're not really listening to shit. So what you make together, it's like there's love here, but there also needs to be a conversation. Someone wants to, you know, propose, I think, for some of you. But I feel like there was a missed opportunity to propose to a water sign for one of you guys, and they moved on. Somebody moved on. Could be a Cancer. Because maybe you didn't know what you wanted, or vice versa. And now that there's some regret here, there's loss and regret here because you wanted a new start with someone, and now they don't want you. There's a lot of confusion. They have other people now. They have other choices, and you can't move on from them, or they can't move on from you. And you thought this was going to be really happy, or like you see them being happy, and you just like, you know that you let them down. You want them to be happy, I think, but you know that whatever happened between you guys probably wasn't a good situation, and that you just refused to do things. You refused to learn a lesson that you needed to learn because you wanted to do things your own way. And I think that you just kind of gave up because you don't want to fight anymore. You know, it's just like constantly fighting for something that wasn't changing. And just like, fuck it, do what you want to do. You know what I mean? But I think that it was a lot of sex that was sexually based. There's a cycle here. I think that there was a lot of chaotic upside down energy if you're dealing with a air sign that was just kind of not thinking about shit, flying around like a ping pong ball. And there could be pregnancy, something to do with fertility issues for some of you guys. And maybe that's why your energy or their energy is kind of upside down, and the way they're doing things without thinking, because they can't have a baby, they want to have a baby. I think you guys are kind of coming back into your power. You know, you just need to kind of release the beast that you're holding on to, or that was there. Some of you guys are needing to leave behind some pretty heavy sexual energy that you have. Maybe it's with an earth sign that wasn't yours. Because I feel like there's a lot of arguing about this situation, and it needs to kind of end. I see the Two of Cups with the Nine of Swords. A relationship, but someone's like overthinking it to the core. Why? You can see this card, right? You feel this energy. That's not really going away. That's real life. So stop overthinking it. And it's a stable connection, and it's healing. And my phone just froze. I'm going to come back and finish the other two elements later on when my phone charges. Have a good night. If I can get out of this.